Hello, sports fans and baseball fans out there. It's Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke. I apologize for the fact that I haven't been putting up videos with the frequency that I usually do. There's a number of factors involved in that, but my health isn't one of them. It's just either I haven't been in the mood. My game table is a mess. It's a lot of things. So today I'm going to bring you a computer game, OOTP Out of the Park Baseball 24, and we're going to play my Phillies against the against the St. Louis Cardinals. Now we lost our last game to Montreal 5-1, and we're playing this game. Now this is the 1980 Phillies. This is the 1980 season that I'm replaying. And I haven't even really done that in a while because I started this season like well over a month ago, maybe two, and I'm 2-1 with the Phillies. So we are going to, is that right? Let me check that. I mean, because it looks like there's other teams ahead of us, but that's possible. So yeah, we are 2-1. We're 2 games out of first place to the Pirates, who are 5-0. Somehow the Pirates have played 5 games. We've only played 3. But anyway, I will get on with the game, with the 1980 game of the Phillies versus the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are at home. Our lineup is going to be Pete Rose leading off and playing first base. Bake McBride will bat second and play right field. Michael Jack Schmidt will be the third baseman, batting third. Lonnie Smith will bat fourth and play left field. Bob Boone is going to be the catcher and bat fifth. Gary Maddox will be the center fielder and batting sixth. And as we know, two-thirds of the world is covered by water. The other third was covered by Gary Maddox. Larry Boa will bat seventh and be the shortstop. Manny Trio will be the second baseman, batting eighth. And Larry Christenson, our pitcher, will bat ninth. For the Cardinals, they're going to have Gary Templeton leading off and playing shortstop. Ken Oberkfell will bat second and play second base. Keith Hernandez, big Stratomatic player, will bat third and be first baseman. Ted Simmons will bat in the cleanup spot and play catcher. George Hendrick will play right field and bat fifth. Ken Reitz, of all people, will, I don't make the Cardinals lineup, don't complain to me if you're a Cardinals fan, will play third base and bat sixth. Dane Orge will bat seventh and play left field. And Bobby Bonds will play center and bat eighth, with Pete Vukovich, the pitcher for the Cardinals, batting in the ninth spot. And with all of that said, we will get on with the game. Now, as I've probably told you before, I love the graphics of the game. And they're going to give you a panoramic shot of the old Busch Stadium of the 80s. And here's Pete Rose, and Pete Rose is going to get a base hit. Love it. All-time hit leader, getting a hit. Shocker to nobody. So we're going to just swing away here with Bake McBride. And Bake McBride, is that a hit? That is. It's going to be a double or a triple. I mean, this guy is running out. Yeah, it's going to be a triple for Bake. So triple knocks in Rose, and we have a 1-0 lead here. All of a sudden, we got a 1-0 lead on Pete Vukovich, who many of you may not know, but was in the movie Major League. He was Clu Hayward, or Hayworth, or whatever his name was, on the Yankees in the movie. So we're going to have Lonnie Smith bat and, a walk. So we're not even out yet. Okay, Lonnie Smith is out. He's going to pop out to second base. And that brings up the guy we don't necessarily want to see up, Bob Boone. Bob Boone is going to hit into a double play. And like I said, we didn't necessarily want to see him come up there in that situation. But we're out of the inning. We did get a run, though. And so now Larry Christenson, who hasn't pitched yet this season, will go out to the mound and face Gary Templeton to lead off. And Gary Templeton is struck out. That brings up Ken Oberkfell. Ken Oberkfell is out. He's out, basically. I don't know. I thought he got a good hold of that, but Keith Hernandez is the batter with 2 down, and that was the latest swing I've ever seen in my life, even from me. But we're out of the inning. So we've got Gary Maddox up. And Gary Maddox hits a little dribbler back to Vukovich, who throws him out. And now Larry Boa is at the plate, the shortstop. And he is going to ground out to short. There's 2 down quickly, and Manny Trio up. And Manny Trio is going to be out. No, he's not. There's an error. He's on by an error. Love it. So now Larry Christenson is the batter. And as expected, he struck out. So we go to the bottom of the second. Ted Simmons is the batter, very dangerous hitter and a Hall of Famer, and he strikes out. Larry Christenson is mowing people down here. We have George Hendrick, the batter. George Hendrick is going to pop out to third base. And that will bring up Ken Reitz. Here he is, Ken Reitz, the third baseman. And he's going to pop out. Rose making the play, or Rose, or maybe it was Trio, I'm not sure. So Pete Rose here is up at the plate in the top of the third. And he's going to ground out to second. 1 down, and Bake McBride is the batter. I figured it's been a while since I played out of the park baseball, and it doesn't require me. Oh, error on the first baseman, or on somebody. So we have a man aboard with only 1 out, and Michael Jack Schmidt is the batter. And I figured it's been a while since I played out of the park, and not. I mean, there are people that do out of the park, but they're not like in the tabletop gaming community necessarily. So, figured I'd do that. Okay, so Dane Orge is up against Christensen. And that is going to be a pop-out to second base. Trio making the play. With Bobby Bonds up. Bobby Bonds right down the line for a base hit. Okay, I'm going to check the runner at first. Let's see, throw to first. Where is that? Right there. And, yeah, he's back. So they bunt to move the runner over, and they do that successfully. So now there's a runner at second with an out. And Gary Templeton up. And Gary Templeton looks like he's going to be out. And that's it. That's the inning. So we are still leading 1-0 going to the top of the fourth because Christensen is pitching his ass off. We got Bob Boone at the plate. Bob Boone, a very good defensive catcher, but not really known for his hitting, and he is going to hit a foul ball out down the line. And Gary Maddox is the batter. Gary Maddox has got a hold of that. I can't believe that got past the right fielder. So that's going to be a double. No, a triple for Maddox. Second triple of the game for our Phillies. So there's a man at third with 1 out. And Vukovich is going to deal with Boa in this situation, and he hits the ball right up the middle for a base hit. That knocks in a run, and we are ahead 2-0 with Manny Trio up. Manny Trio gives that ball a ride for a little single. I am going to hold the runner. I'm not going to try to chance that. Which brings up Larry Christenson. So maybe I should have done that. And maybe I even should have bunted, except I don't like to bunt at all. And I certainly don't bunt with one out with anybody. And that's going to be a base hit. I'm going to try to score because, we're playing with house money here. And it works. And we take the good 3-0 lead with Bake McBride up. And it looks like he's out, and he is, but we're leading 3-0 now as we got 2 runs in the 4th inning. And Christensen doesn't show any signs of slowing down. Although he does walk a man there. And Keith Hernandez is the batter. As I mentioned, big Stratomatic player. He actually took Stratomatic with him to his first spring training after being drafted by the Cardinals. Here, however, we have Christensen in trouble now and Ted Simmons up. That's going to be a fly ball. Let's see if they advance to the runner to home. Looks like they did, so it's 3-1 with a runner at second and 1 out. And that looks like it'll be another fly ball. Maddox is out there. You don't expect him not to make the play. And so now Ken Reitz is the batter. And he is going to get a base hit, which will probably knock that run home, and it's going to be 3-2. So Christensen is showing some chinks in the armor, although you can see down here on his bar, he's actually still very fresh. And he walks the next guy. What is going on? I mean, all of a sudden, Christensen's just falling apart. But he does throw out the batter at the plate. So it is 3-2 with the Phillies leading. And Michael Jack Schmidt up. He could put us ahead with a nice dong. And maybe he just did. He did indeed do that. Home run from Michael Jack Schmidt gives us a 4-2 lead. And now Lonnie Smith is up. And Lonnie Smith hits the ball to the third baseman and he's thrown out. 1 down for Bob Boone batting. And Bob Boone is going to pop out to the shortstop or a light line out. And we're out of the inning with that, with the next batter. So it's 4-2 us. And Christensen is still out there. I'm going to keep him out there. He's still pretty fresh. He's only about half of his bar taken up. But he's just not pitching well, right? All of a sudden, he isn't pitching well. And there's a pass ball. I mean, this is crazy. He was cruising. He was absolutely on cruise control for the first 3 innings, and now he can't get anybody out. And that gets over Maddox's head, which is unbelievable. But 2 runs are going to score on that, I think, and tie the game. No, they stopped I guess I thought maybe there was 2 runners on, but whatever. Only 1 run came in. There's a man at second now with nobody out, though. And that will be a pop out to third base or shortstop. So Boa makes the play. And that'll be a fly ball, and yes, that's what it is. So there's 2 down now. Christensen has recovered, hopefully for the rest of his outing. But that's going to be a base hit over the second baseman's head. Trio. Why do I have all these great fielders who aren't fielding well? So anyway, that's a tie game now. Two outs, tie game, man at second, and George Hendrick, the batter. He had some power, and he hits the ball right at Michael Jack Schmidt, and we're out of the inning. But the Cardinals did get 2 runs that inning. They've gotten 2 runs the last 2 innings, and and we're tied at 4, both teams, with Larry Boa up at the plate. And that's going to be a walk. Larry Boa's walking. Manny Trio is the batter with man aboard and nobody out. And that's going to be a base hit. Love it. Boa should go no further than second. Now Larry Christenson's up. I will bunt in this situation because there's no outs. And he does what he was supposed to do. So now he moves the runners over. Got runners at second and third with only 1 out. And Pete Rose is the batter. And Pete Rose are they going to make the play? Did they get him? They did get him. So now there's runners at the corners with 2 down and Bake McBride up. And Bake McBride is going to ground out to short. So we didn't get any runs. I'm going to send Christenson back out there, particularly because in this game you do have to warm up relievers, and I didn't warm anybody up. But there's a ground ball to Boa, who should make the play. I mean, this team is loaded with gold glovers. You got Maddox, you've got Trio, you've got Schmidt. That is going to be a line out to the shortstop, Boa. So there's 2 down. And Bobby Bonds is up. Bobby Bonds near the end of his career in 1980. And he is going to fly out to right. And I know what everybody's thinking. Oh, yeah, sure, you took the 1980 Phillies, the world champions. Well, hey, you know what? That brings a lot of pressure in itself because I have to live up to that and get the team to the World Series. I mean, anything less than that would be not good. Not a good performance on my part. Lonnie Smith is out. And that brings up Bob Boone. And Bob Boone is out. We're still tied. I didn't even check Christenson. He is running down. Christenson is getting tired. But that will be a pop out to the catcher. There's 1 down. Let's just get him. I just want him to get through this inning and we'll be fine. And that might be a fly out. It looks like it is. So there's 2 down and Ken Oberkfell up. And Ken Oberkfell walks. So maybe Christenson's starting to lose it here. And he walks another guy. I really need you to get through this inning, Christenson. And he does strike out the 3rd guy. Okay, we are going to go to the bullpen. And we are going to warm up. Let's see. I guess we'll warm up Dickie Knowles. Gary Maddox is the batter. And they have brought in a reliever. The Cardinals have brought in Mark Littell to relieve. He was good. I remember he was very good. That's going to be a pop out to second, though. And Larry Boa up. And he is going to not ground out. He's just going to put it in his pocket. Infield hit. And Manny Trio, the batter. And he walks. And with Christenson up, I am going to pinch hit for him. We are going to pinch hit with the Bull, Luzinski. So the Bull is up with 2 guys on and only 1 out. And that does look like him. Facing Mark Littell. And that's going to be a pass ball. That's going to move runners over to second and third. And it's a 3-ball count. And they do walk the Bull. So we got the bases loaded with only 1 out and Rose up at the plate. And Rose is just going to hit into an out. Was it a double play? No, it was not a double play, but we didn't get the runs. The bases are still loaded, but now with 2 outs and Bake McBride up. And he strikes out. So we really failed to come through again in a situation where we had the perfect opportunity to to get them out. So Dickie Knowles is on for us. And he hasn't pitched yet in the season. So this is going to be an experiment of sorts to see just how good he really is. And he strikes out the first guy he faces, so that's a nice start. Bottom of the 8th we're in right now, in a 4-all game between the 1980 Cardinals and 1980 Phillies. That's going to be a base hit. The Cardinals have their first base runner here in the 8th with Dane Orge up. And he is going to fly out, so there's 2 down. 2 down, and Bobby Bonds is the batter. And Bobby Bonds gave that ball a ride. I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. So that's going to be a triple probably. Who knew? Bobby Bonds at this age. So Dickie Knowles obviously not that good. It's 5-4. There are 2 outs, so if we can get the out. And Bernie Carbo is going to be the pinch hitter for Littell. Bernie Carbo, as you remember from the 1975 World Series, with a key hit for the Red Sox at the time. And, we need a run right here with Michael Jack Schmidt up. And that's going to be a strikeout. Thank you, Michael. And they bring on Luis De Leon to pitch, the Cardinals do, and Lonnie Smith is the batter. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. So we have a base runner with 1 out. And Bob Boone up. Not really pumped about that. And he hits into a double play that ends the game. And we go to 2-2 on the air. So here's the box score. You can take a look at what the batters did, and then we'll go down and look at the pitchers. Good game, though, 5-4. You would expect that between, I think, the 1980 Cardinals and the 1980 Phillies. Christenson went 7, and he allowed 4 earned runs. Knowles went 1 and allowed 1, and that was the one that won the game for the Cardinals. So that is going to be it for me. Sportsman Z, Bob Zolke, signing off.